Dear friends, welcome back to Automate with Rakesh. In this video, we are going to learn about software testing. Is it possible to test a software? And what exactly you test in a software, right? You may not have a complete experience around software testing. So this video is going to give you everything that you need to learn around UiPath for software testing. So why delay? Let's get started. I'm going to teach everything from the scratch, from the very basics, from a blank XAML file. I'm going to start. So it will be a very learning experience for you. So do not skip the video, have patience and learn until the end. So let's get started. And don't miss out to subscribe to my channel. Go to my channel homepage and click on the subscribe button beside the logo. And also you can click on the inverted triangle and click on this notification icons to stay updated. So as we are learning software testing, the very first need is the software. Which software you wanted to test? Now for practice and learning purpose, UiPath has created a software for you. Do you know about that? That is known as uibank.uipath.com. This is the software. All you do on your browser, log into uibank.uipath.com/welcome. This is the software. So let us first open it and see how it appears, understand what it is, and then we will proceed further. Now this is a bank software. When you come to this particular page, it will ask you to log in with your username and password. You may not have one. So the very first thing what you do, you click on register for account. Okay, and enter your email address, set your password, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, number of dependencies, username. So all these fields you simply fill it out. So once you fill it out, click on I confirm that agree to the privacy policy and hit on register, which I have already done it. So let me quickly log in to the software. Once you register, whatever the username and password that you have created, log in into that. I am going to hit on sign in. And this is the page that you see. So this is a bank website. Like you have any bank website, this is a test website from UiPath for learning and testing purpose. Now this product or this software as a product, which are the things available in this product? Let us first see. Like in a bank, you can apply for loan, you can apply for credit cards, mobile banking, you can open a savings account. So there are many different things available on this software. Now when it comes to testing, one question you must ask. What is the question? What to test? What should I test? So remember, when you test, you do not test the entire software. You test a specific module. Remember this name called module. You test a module of a software. So what is a module then? Module means any specific feature. For example, loan is a feature. In this video, we are going to test the loan feature. And in that, so loan is a big term. Now in that, there is another term called apply for a loan. There are two modules, already have a loan, apply for a loan. So we are going to work on apply for a loan. So remember, what is the module name? Under the loan section, we are going to test apply for loan. Is it clear? Now, before you start testing, it is utmost important that you spend time understanding that what it is. What does the module look like? We will click on this apply for a loan. So when you apply for a loan, there is an application form which opens up. Now in this loan application, you have to enter certain details inside this form. For example, your email address, your loan amount that you wanted to have, term, how many years you do want to complete that loan, current year of income, what is your income that the bank asks, right? And then your age. Here it is asking very limited data for testing purpose. Now after that, you will be hitting on submit for loan application. Now when I hit on submit loan application, it either will tell you congratulations or it will say sorry. For example, if I'm asking for 10 crores, right, or a big amount, very big amount, and my earning is less, then the bank, what it does, it will say sorry, you don't meet the required criteria for this loan. If I apply for a small amount and my income is more, then it will say congrats, your loan is approved. Similar way, this software does that. For example, let me simply enter certain data. For example, I'm saying I'll enter a sample email address and let me enter a big amount. Okay. And I am saying loan term, I want to cover that in 10 years. Current year of income, let's say $30,000, and age, let's say I'm saying 30 is my age, and I'm going to hit on submit loan application. If I do this, it is saying sorry, at this time you have not been approved for a loan because I asked for a big amount. Let's go back to apply for another loan. Let me try the same thing. So I'm saying UiPath gmail.com. Then loan amount, let me ask for only some $10,000, and I can cover that in 3 years. Current year of income, let's say I'm going to say $30,000 and age 30, and submit loan application. Now it says congrats. So based on your input, this application is acting, and accordingly it is showing congrats or sorry. And after it says congrats, it also tells me you have been approved for a loan with UI Bank with a fantastic rate of 9%, annual rate, 9% interest rate. Your loan ID is so and so. So this is how the software is behaving. Now, whether the software behaves in different data points, if I provide a different data, is it accurately behaving or not? That we wanted to test. For example, if I'm entering 1,22,000 more than my income, a great amount, then it is saying sorry. So it is doing some calculation and finally showing this. So here our objective. So having a test objective is important. Third, test objective. What is your test objective? So here our objective is to test the software or test the module. Which module? Apply for loan module, to verify if the software shows the right output on various data points. If I'm providing different data points, that time how it is doing. So this data points, all the data that I've entered, these are called test data. These are called test data. Okay. And what to test? The module that you will be creating, this is called a test case. You will create a test case for apply for loan. So remember, there are two terms we have understood. Test case means you are testing a specific module, and the test data are the data that you will be entering to test it. So these are called test data. These terms are important. So test case means you are testing a module, and test data means the data that will enter to test that. This is called test data. So you need multiple test data, right? Different situations. So you need multiple test data. So more test data you have, more rigorous testing you have done. So you know that your software is working in every kind of data situation. Okay, so these are the two terms you have understood. All right, so now we have logged in. We have also seen the module, how it works. Now what I should do on UiPath. Now from here, this until first, second, third is your understanding. Now from the fourth step, you will be building your RPA workflow. So next step is build RPA workflow in UiPath. So let's do that. Let us start from very scratch. Okay, so this is the page. Now here what we can do is, let's go back to the software. So this is the software. Now this software, first what we will do, we are entering certain data. We'll create a simple workflow to enter the data. So prior to that, there are also steps you have to click on loan, apply for loan. I will exclude that. From this page we will start, where we'll be entering the data points here, and then finally submit the loan application. And whatever the output is coming, is it as per the match or not? For that, let's go back to UiPath Studio. Step by step, we will understand. The very first thing you do, hit on App Web Recorder. Okay, and keep the application in the background. So keep this application in the background and then hit on App Recorder. Okay, now first you select the, you can simply select the text box. So here the text box is enter email address. Simply click on it. It is going to collect the information. Wait for it. Okay, it has collected. Now it is asking to enter something. So here I am going to say UiPath at the rate some sample enter you make. Okay, so it has got that for me. Next is loan amount request. Click on it. All right. Now here let me enter some value. Some value I'm entering. Okay, and hit on confirm. Pretty simple. Now loan term. Click on this. Okay, now here it is saying this is a drop down, so that is how it is appeared. Let's say I'm selecting 5 years. Hit enter. Once you are done, hit on enter. Next thing is it is asking for current year income. So let me click on this. Simply click your mouse. Now here let me enter current yearly income is 30,000, let's say, and confirm. The next one is age. Click on this. Let's enter some age, 30, and hit on confirm. And the final button is submit button. Hit on submit. Okay, so now this is coming. So at this point, you, after hitting on the submit, click on save. So just by doing the app recording, now it has become very easy that my workflow is ready. You can see my workflow is ready. Okay, so I have a use browser. It has gone to loans apply. Then it is typing the email address. Then it is typing the loan amount. Then it is typing the loan term, current yearly income, age, and submit button. So this is our workflow is ready. So what we have done till now, workflow is ready. After this, the very important thing is you have to create arguments. Let me write the step. So build RPA workflow you have done. Fifth step, create arguments for RPA workflow. So the workflow that you have created, you must have arguments. Arguments means where we will pass the values. Let's go back to Studio, click on Arguments panel, and let us create these arguments. Now remember, we have worked on multiple different fields. Let us create these arguments. Before you create argument, let me show you something that you need. You need test data. From where can I find the test data? Because I have to enter multiple different data. For that, you go to UiPath Academy. So next point I'm talking here is, before you create the argument, you need test data. You need test data. So from where will you find this test data? For this, go to UiPath Academy. There is a course called UiPath Test Suite. Let me close this. In the courses, just type UiPath Test Suite. Test Suite you type, hit on enter. So here there is a course called 2-hour 15 minutes course. Click on this UiPath Test Suite course. Okay, and I'm going to open the course. Once you are on the UiPath Test Suite course, scroll down and you would find something called test case building and publishing with UiPath Studio. Okay, test case building and publishing with UiPath Studio, simply click on this particular module. Here, if you scroll down, RPA test cases in UiPath Test Suite, building test cases with UiPath Studio Pro. This is the demo. And in this demo, there is something called loan codes. I'm going to download this loan codes where we have the test data for our testing purpose. Okay, so the download is complete. Let's go back. So this is my file. So let me play this file, cut from here, and I'm going to keep it in my documents. Okay, so replace. So I already have the same file. So let me not do that. So this is the file, loan codes.xlx. Now once you open the file, you may find one of the email address in the second row might be missing. If it is missing, simply copy paste the previous one, because this is sample data. Copy paste and save it again as a XLX file, Excel file. Okay. Now here what is there? We have different data points. So this is the data point I have tested. Loan granted, no. And if I put 15,000, loan term 10,000, income is $30,000, loan age 35, loan granted yes. So this is a test data given it to you, and this is the output which will appear. Right? What is the output we are getting? For the first one, we didn't get any loan rate. It said sorry. If you type the second one, it will say 6% loan granted. Congrats. Like that, there are different test data which are available. Clear? So this is your test data. So you got to know from where to get the test data, from the test suite course. Okay, this is important. All right, now we have to create arguments. What you do, these are your values. Loan email is input, loan amount is the input, loan term. So this until here, until loan age, loan granted, this is your input. So what you do, I need to copy this input values to a notepad for certain reason. So simply copy, paste these values, and I'm going to hit on enter, or simply keep it like this. Okay, so these are the different values I have copied into a notepad, so that it becomes easy to copy from here and create something in the UiPath Studio. Now which step we are in? We are in create argument step. We will copy each of this input, loan email, and click here and say loan email, hit enter. Next is loan amount. Go to the second one, and I'm going to say loan amount, hit enter. Next, loan term, I'm going to go here. So all of these arguments that I'm creating are of string arguments, and in it is going to take some value. Then loan income, enter. Next, loan age, enter. And the next one is loan granted. So let's click on this, loan granted. So how many we have created? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. So we have created these arguments. So your workflow is ready. So if you have done this, your workflow is ready for testing. Pretty easy. Very good. Now let's move on to our next step. What we will do here, we will create our test case. I told you, when I say test case means what? Test case means it tests a specific module. We are going to test the apply for loan module. So let's create a test case. And inside the test case, you will have multiple test data to test different situations. Easy? Great. So how to do that in UiPath Studio? So you have created this project. Let me save it. Okay. There are no variables, nothing, simply arguments we have created, and there are no values at the moment. Now what you can do, after you create the workflow, one thing that comes to our mind, can I test whether it is typing it or not? Yes or no? That comes to our mind. Okay, no problem. If that comes to your mind, simply go back to the Excel file. Okay, and enter any value, any rows value. So I'm entering the first row's value. Okay, so I'll put some default value within double quotes. but ensure you are entering in the right place. See, I have made a mistake. Loan email, I have put this one, so I made a mistake, right? So be careful where you are entering what. So here, double quote email, then is loan amount, then I should put this one, then loan term, then loan term within double quote, 5 years, loan income is 30,000. Okay, and loan age is 35. Enter your data properly, and loan granted is no. Okay, now this is not part of your form, loan granted. This is we need something for testing. So now these are the values I've entered. Let us first test it. It definitely comes to our mind. Okay, Rakesh, let's test once, right? Before we proceed. So let me open that UI bank. So let me close this course. Let me close this and let us run it. Run file. Just to see whether it is working properly or not. All right, so it has directly went to loan apply. Now you can see it is entering the email address, loan amount, loan term, yearly income, age, and going to hit on submit the application. Now one problem you will find, what happened, I want to see what is the output, but the browser got closed. This is very important. What do you do here in the use browser, very important property, go to properties, and here there is something called close. What you do, select this and say never. Important point. Okay, say never. So now what would happen? The application won't close. So let us run once again. Easy learning. You're understanding slowly. Great. All right. So now it is entering all the details one by one. Very good. All right. Now the browser shouldn't be closed. Now you can see it has come. Sorry, at this time you have not been approved for a loan. And the same sentence is also there as a message. Correct. So we want to verify whether the application is giving this message at the end or not for different data inputs. If these are the data input, then it should say congrats, and it should only say the loan rate as 6%. We are also going to check the calculation whether it is giving that right value or not. So all those checks we can perform. There is an important factor we yet to consider. Tell me what it is. Here we have got some default values for each of these boxes, correct? Entering the email address, entering this one. And here what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace this UiPath.gmail with the arguments that you have created, like loan email and all that. So let's do it. So the first one I will replace with loan email, and the next one I'm going to replace with loan amount, control space. Great. Then loan term, loan term. Great. And then current yearly income. So this is the income. So I'll say loan income, loan income. Properly you do it. Okay. Don't make mistakes here. And then age, I will select loan age and click submit. Okay. So verify once again. Let us see. Email address is email address. Loan amount is loan amount. Loan term is loan term. Yearly loan income, age is age. Okay, so we have entered all these things and save this workflow. This is important. Our next step is to we will create a test case. All right, so how to do the test, create a test case? Go to the projects panel, select your XAML. So which is the workflow here? What is the name of this? Scenario 3. Okay, 3. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on. So before that, ensure you have saved the workflow. Then right click and click on create test case. Pretty simple step. Okay, now here it is saying name test case 1, location this, based on BDD test case. So here we will do BDD. BDD means behavioral driven development. I have explained that in detail in the previous video. What is it? Now here what we will do, we have a test data, set of test data we have. In this one, we are going to hit on next. And here it is saying test data. What is the source of your test data? Click on this drop down and select file. File is my source. And click on this button, browse that file. That's why I told you to keep it in a particular location, easy to find. So I've kept it in documents, easy to find. Then I'm selecting this Excel file, hit on open. Okay. Now it is saying there is some error. What is the error? The file you wanted to import can't be opened. Check if already open. Okay, I've kept it open. Let me save and close this. Let us try it again. Click on open. If this happens to you, simply go back and hit on next, or simply select some other file, let's say. It is not happening. Let me close this and recreate it. Go to projects panel and ensure your file is closed. Right click, test case, BDD, hit on next. So give it a name, give proper name. So I'll say TC automate with Rakesh 3, AWR 3. Hit on next, select file. Now let me select documents, this, open. Now you can see it has appeared. Clear? This might also happen for you. So you know how to fix it. So here we will select all the data points that is there inside the Excel file. I've selected all the data points. Okay, like this you can put a checkbox, or you can select only a particular set of data. So all those things you can perform. Let's say I need only 3, or let's say I need everything. So for everything you select like this. Okay, so everything has been selected, and then all you do, simply hit on create. So you got some input. Okay, data successfully imported from loan codes. So what happens when the data is imported? You will also see the arguments that you have created, right? So when you do like this, all the default value, the first row value get auto created. Automatically it is got created. Everything has come. Okay, and loan rate, loan granted, loan term, all these things, arguments got created for this XAML. Remember, don't get confused here. This XAML that we have created has its own arguments. These arguments, when you go back to your test case and hit on when section, import arguments, on the left hand side you find these arguments coming from your XAML. Okay, let me expand this. So these arguments are coming from your XAML, and these arguments are coming from the Excel file. So it automatically matched. So if you keep the same name as per your Excel file, this is the benefit you will get. It might get automatically matched. In case it did not appear, the values did not appear automatically for you, simply what you do, simply type it and select the loan email, and all these are coming from your current test case argument from the Excel file. All the things are coming from the Excel file. Okay, so now hit on OK. So this understanding is important. Okay, remember this workflow has arguments. So these arguments are coming where in your test case? It is coming on the left hand side. On the left hand side, arguments are coming from the XAML file, your workflow. And the right hand side things are coming from the Excel file. Just now you have selected the Excel file which has columns. From there it is picking and automatically matching it for you. In case the automatic matching did not happen because you have got different names, then you have to manually enter it here like I have shown you. This should be pretty clear to you. So all these arguments are coming from the Excel file. Okay, and these arguments you would find it in your test case argument section, and it has got certain default values. Okay, so once this is done, once your test case is created, in the given section we don't have to manually enter any value because all our data is coming from the Excel. Okay, so important points, couple of important points. What is the important point here? the workflow has arguments which resides in the leftmost when you import workflow. This should be clear. Okay. And eighth point, Excel, what do you say, column name becomes arguments for the test case. For the test case that you have created and the Excel file you have selected, that becomes automatically, it creates the arguments for you. Automatically that happens as per the column names. All right. This resides on the right side of your import workflow, I'm not writing every sentence, but you understood, right? Okay. So this must be understood pretty well. Otherwise you will be confused from where this is coming, from where that is coming. So that's why I made this special point. Now in this one, given section can be left blank. Why? Because we already have given the input coming from the Excel file, and how to use it I'm going to show you. So given section can be left blank. All right. So these are the important points we have understood. Let me increase it slightly. Okay. All right. So here everything is done. Now the next part in the then section, I am expecting to verify. What I want to verify, if somebody is entering some kind of a data, I want to verify this. It should say, sorry, at this time you have not been approved for a loan. If somebody is entering proper value, it might say congrats. So these are the data points I would like to verify. It could be multiple data points, doesn't matter. Okay, so how I do it? The very first thing what you do, because you'll be dealing with an application here, ensure in the then section use application browser. This should be your very first activity. Indicate the application. So here I'm going to hit on indicate. So this is my output, right? The output, the same page you need to indicate 0 false, not the first page. This is the output you want to verify. So select the page. Done. Okay. After selecting, we will use a switch case. Switch case. Now remember, there is a value in the Excel file. Now let me open the file. So there is a value here called loan granted or not. There are only two values. It could be no or yes. So based on your software, you see what is that data point you wanted to consider. So here I'm considering loan granted. So at the end, loan should be granted or not granted, right? So this is the column I'm going to take. So loan granted is also an argument, right? Let's go back to the studio. And here I'm going to use that argument loan granted or not. And this argument coming from the Excel file. And this argument contains only two values. What are those two values? No or yes. Yes or no. Okay. So what we will do, let's say the first case will become, so remember before you write something in the switch, very important one, type argument should be changed. So here we'll be dealing with a string. So I'm saying string. Let us add no as one of the case and hit outside. And the other case is yes. And exactly you write how it is written in the Excel. No and yes. Okay. Now let's focus on the no. If it is no, then what kind of a message do you expect on your application? If it is a no, the bank expecting this kind of a message. Sorry, at this time you have not been approved for a loan. If I compare that with my Excel file for the last case, for the row number 8, even for this guy, loan term is 5 and his age is 16. So he should not be granted because it is below the age, right? Loan age. So that's why it is also saying sorry. So at the time, anytime it is saying no, the message that always appears on the bank is sorry. I want to test it. If I'm providing some data, is it really showing that message or not? I'm doing a software testing. Is it behaving in the right way or not? Okay, so this is the message. So what we have understood here, we will use certain verification activities. So let me hit on activities and verify, type verify. So there are multiple different activities. Verify expression, verify control attribute, I'm going to teach you. Verify expression with operator, and a lot of things. Now, in the previous set of videos, I have already taught you verify expression. Let's use something different here. We'll use verify expression with operator. Okay, verify expression with operator. Now, this needs certain data for it to verify. What to verify? Now, for you to verify, what we will do, you will first use an activity called getText activity. GetText and drag and drop above it. Okay, so first thing come is getText and then verify. In the getText, hit on indicate in Chrome, and I'm going to indicate this particular box. Okay, and then validate. So it has validated successfully, then hit on confirm. Clear? Now I have validated. Now once I validate, what I will do, I'll create a variable here called output. Hit enter. Okay, so this output variable is going to get that text. It's a string variable. So the very first variable we have created this. Now this variable I'll put it here in the expression output. Okay, output variable equals to what should be the message as per your Excel file, not as per the application. As per your test data given, this is what the message I want to see. So you first copy this so that it will check from the website and see if it is matching with this data or not. So within double quote, paste it. Simple. So check everything. Okay. Okay. So done. Save. Equality. Sorry. Or you can also say contains. If you feel there could be a space or some mistake kind of things are there, you can also say contains instead of equality. It's up to you. Okay. All right. So this is the verification I have done for my very first day. If it is no, then this kind of verification it should do. Okay, done. Fine. Now let us minimize and go to the yes. In the yes, the same set of activities will continue. So get text I need, control and hold, copy them, copy and go back to the yes. And in the yes, let us paste it. Okay, the same set of things we need. But here the output, the get text will be slightly different because it will say congrats, right? It should say congrats. So what we will do, we'll test the second data by manually entering in the application. We'll go back to the application, click on apply for another loan, and here let us enter some manual data, some random data. So some less amount I'll apply. Loan term I will keep it as 10 years. Current income I will say 30,000. Oh, I put more numbers, it's fine. 35, submit loan. So now this is congrats. So this is the message I would like to verify, congrats, let's say. So what I will do, here I will indicate again, indicate target on screen, and I am going to indicate congrats. Okay. Now once it comes, validate, validation successful, and you hit on confirm. Simple. Now here I would like to verify the output. So what is the output I would like to verify as per the Excel? It should be congrats. Okay, it should say congrats. Done. So the output variable didn't come because you know why it did not come? Because of the scope. So change the scope to entire this one. Now go to yes. Now this should be kept in double quote. Save. Okay, so now our workflow is ready. Our workflow has been done. Save it. Okay, so what is the next thing that we have done? Then section, workflow design. Okay, now in the then section, once it tests one data, you wanted to move on to the next, the previous page. You have to click on apply for another loan. So in the then section itself, after the switch case, Okay, after your switch case, I'm going to add, okay, I'm going to add one more activity here. Click. Okay, click activity, and I'm going to indicate on screen the current activity must be inside a use application browser. Okay, I have to drag and keep it on the top so that it comes under the use application, this orange color. Okay, okay, it is inside now. Now indicate Chrome and apply for another loan. You can see how nicely we're doing one by one. Very good. So let's select this, validate. Validation is successful, then hit on confirm. Very good. So done. So it will click on apply for another loan, then the next value will be entered. So our test case is now ready. The test case is now ready. Okay. Now let us run. Now while you are running, remember before you start running, first you close the application that you have opened. Then click on this button, and there is something called run file with data variations. So data variations means the Excel data that you have given, different data, that is called data variations. Important term. Now what we will do, we'll click on run file with data variations, and you can see all the data has come. It is still giving you an option whether you would like to select all the data or some of the data. So I'll select all the data and hit on run here. Ensure the application is already closed behind the scene. So it is entered the first value. Now it will verify. So do not use your mouse at this point. Let everything happen in the background. All right. So you can see the entire workflow has run very nicely, and all the outputs have come. For example, the very first one, all you do, open your Excel file. So you can see the very first test case has passed, second one passed, third one passed, fourth one passed. So what is saying, pass the expression output with the value congrats was containing the expression congrats. So it is comparing as per our logic. Passed, passed, and passed. Okay, the last one also passed because it showed the right message in the software testing. So we have created a automated software testing. So congratulations for watching this video and having patience till end and watching it. So anybody who has watched till end, please do comment and let me know, because you guys are great. You have a lot of patience to watch till the end. Thank you guys. Please do comment and let me know. I would like to really see those comments. Thank you. Let's meet once again in the next content. Till then, take care.